Introduction.
All right. You
What's
start smacking on
up,
that first
all of
one.
my cookie agents? It's me, Smart Cookie. I'm trying something different. I'm trying something new. Y'all stay with me now. But I'm Smart Cookie, the opinionated entertainer, and tonight we're gonna talk about shit that happened this week. Now, you guys know I'm an opinionated entertainer, and all of this stuff is for educational purposes. Okay. Tonight we have a special guest. We have my friend out of ATL, Diamond Duchess, and she's gonna give her commentary on what's been going on this week as well. She's gonna be here, helping your girl out tonight. So y'all give a round of applause to Diamond Duchess. Woo! Thank you for coming on up, Diamond Duchess. So the first thing that we're gonna discuss tonight, now, this may not have necessarily happened this week, but we know at the beginning of this month. Hey, G Friends, we know that this happened. I'll drop the link so you can come up, G Friends. So the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics April jobs report shows that women lost 106,000 jobs last month, the highest rate of unemployment amongst all workers. They are targeting the black woman. What you think about that, Diamond Duchess? 106,000 black women lost their job in the month of April. And I reported over on my TikTok, one lady, she lost her job back in February. Um, but y'all know everything that we saying over here is alleged, and in our opinion and for learning purposes. We want to make sure I get that out the way. But the lady, she expired. She pretty much expired after she got the news that she was getting laid off. So and it was just so sad, so horrible. So y'all go over on TikTok and I'll tell you more about her name. I think she was in the DC area working for Health and Human Services, had worked there 25 years, getting ready to retire. She was gonna stay 5 more years. That's why I tell people, take your vacation time. Life is not forever. It's not promised to any of us.
And
But
jobs are not forever.
hell no. But this just lets me know that the black women, a lot of black women work over at these government jobs. They got them some stable government jobs, what we thought was stable. Hey, follow me, Black TV. You want to come on up? The link is in the chat. Come up if you want to, boo. But yeah, this is an attack on the black woman and the black families. These men are mad. They said we gonna make sure they cut y'all jobs so y'all can't take care of y'all self no more and put it in our damn face. Do you think that's what's going on, Diamond Duchess? Why do you think black women of all demographics were the ones to lose the most jobs for the month of April? Oh, did she leave? Oh Lord, what happened? I don't even know what happened. Well, hopefully she'll come on back up. Oh, there she is. Okay, follow me, Black TV. We're gonna add you. Okay, y'all. Why y'all think that black women lost the most jobs in the month of April? Is it an attack on the black woman?
Well, hey everyone. I had messed around and hit the back button too. I had to get back in here. Hey everyone.
Don't say my real name now.
Oh, my bad, girl. My bad, my bad, my bad. All right. So sorry, y'all. Scratch that. Pause, rewind. Let's back it up.
I'm gonna edit it.
All right. Yeah, just go ahead and edit that out, girl, because I wasn't ready. I'm not ready. I told you I'm not ready. This is my first time being on anybody live or anybody chat. But I don't know why it does seem like that's a target to the black women, because do you know how many jobs that is? And what are the areas? I need to see a breakdown of each per state. Like, and what jobs did they lose? Is this AI? And if it is because of the AI implementation in some of these companies, why is it a lot of black women that's losing their jobs? Or are these the secretary jobs? What I need to know what type of jobs these is and what states are mainly affected.
I'm thinking it's mainly like government jobs. What's up? Follow me, Black TV. What you got on the subject here? Why do you think the black women was the highest rate of unemployment of all workers? Follow me, Black TV. Can you hear me? Okay. You on mute, baby. You got to take your mute off. Hold on. Let me see if I can take it off. Okay, you there? Can you hear me? Oh, you got to unmute it yourself. Okay, you choose to have it on mute. Okay, that's what StreamYard saying. Whenever you're ready to jump in, just jump in. But yeah, um, G Friend says, "Wow, I didn't know it was the highest rate. That's wild."
But
Yeah.
you know what? See, uh, I think that's a lot to do with how they brought all these because we're no longer the minority. Okay, other races done came in, they done took over, they're taking the jobs, and we're gonna
Mm-hmm.
be pushed out of everything. We're gonna be pushed out of communities. They're gonna be taking over homes,
Uh-huh.
apartments. They're gonna be taking over jobs. I don't
Follow
know.
me, Black TV. Just come on back. I'm gonna see what it says. Hold on, y'all. Let me read this article for y'all. What it says about the black
Yeah,
job.
break it down because I don't know. I'm curious on this one because that seems a little. It does seem a little targeted with that amount of jobs lost and that amount of black women out of work.
Okay,
That's a
so
lot of.
don't it doesn't break it down, but it says in April of 2025, black women experienced a significant loss of jobs in the US, with reports showing that more than 106,000 losing their jobs. This led to a jump in their unemployment rate, reaching 6.1% according to the data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, up from 5.1% in March. This drop in employment was disproportionately higher than for other demographics, with Black women losing the most jobs compared to all other workers.
Mm.
Horrible.
Mm. It
Okay,
is. I
follow me, Black
wonder,
TV. You here?
can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am. How you
Yay!
Okay.
doing?
I'm like, I can't even figure out how to go. I had to go out, come back in. But how's everyone doing this evening?
We're doing
Doing
well.
good.
Wonderful. I'm just trying to figure that out because you have to sit back and think about what other factors might play into some of that. I know that um, there were a lot of Black women in government, right?
Hmm.
So I don't know the ratios. I know you're saying that it was the ratio of firing or laying off was higher, but how much of the workforce was Black women? Did we can take up a huge amount of that workspace? Is that the reason why? Like things like that. Think things like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I wonder were they using the one drop rule? Was it biracial women too, or why was this planned, what was
I
there a meeting
think
before the meeting?
probably,
And it
probably.
seems like from them saying this was up from March, this has been a trend. So I'm with
Smart cookie.
her. Yeah, I'm with
Oh,
her
follow me, Black
on
TV.
that. Like we need to know the other factors that played a part because like if it's in government, I want to know which specific jobs. I want to know what areas of what states, you know.
Well, y'all know I have about two friends that work for the IRS, and they got
Mhm.
laid off. Their last day will be June 30th. So
And IRS was hit hard though.
That's what
Trump
I'm
yeah.
had a lot to
saying.
do
And
with
see,
that.
all the stuff is
He
that
cut a
got something
lot
to
of the
do with
workforce off on IRS. So yeah,
right.
I think that we need a broader but I think you did it though, compared to other races, to white women, and other if this, races. I don't know because I think a lot of whether we know it or not, a lot of Black people were in government. We went for those government jobs. We were there. And
Yeah.
Mhm.
it was set up for us to really help us get into those roles also. So
Maybe
I
they
don't
Right.
know if it's
said
just
maybe they saying you heifers is being too mean and giving poor customer service, so they gonna get y'all out the way.
Child,
now some of them
that is
does they
not.
do
Let
have
me
some
tell
of
you
them do, but
something.
that's all around the yeah that's
Right, that's
everywhere.
all around, and it ain't just us in our race. There's a lot of unprofessionalism amongst all of them, just on different levels. We just a
Yeah,
little bit more bold with ours. But at the end of the day, I think with the cuts that Elon and this Doge mess has done, with them cutting certain things and certain programs, that may have a part to play with it too.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
know what's going to happen? One thing that we are as Black women, baby, come on now. From our ancestors, we are survivors, and you're going to mess around. You're going to be looking for us, and we're going to have our own businesses and our own companies, and we're not going to need you. So don't
that's
think
right.
if you're pushing us out that we won't be going to other things because we want to have things just like everybody else. And I think that a
Right.
lot of the Black or the brown community, we're getting more business minded of having our own businesses and not wanting to punch in and out anyway. I don't, now if I'm having good benefits and I'm close to retirement, there may be a reason for me to fight or whatever. But if you let me go, I'm gonna have a backup plan. That's the
Mm-hmm.
best thing to do. Don't get
Oh yeah.
comfortable. Oh, I've been here 50 years.
Right.
Well, girl, you really might just need to be trying to find you something to do. You always got to have a backup plan. So I think that we just need to really get more into setting up, establishing our own businesses and, within our communities and, being maybe a staple in the community where, we can find niches where we're needed and we would be missed if, we had to go or something like that. We just have to get more that way. Um,
Or learn
because,
from the other people that are successful. Look at how
yeah.
the Asians come into our communities. Let's set up shop in their communities and the Hispanics. The Hispanics are growing at astronomical rates. If you
But
can
they're very
find something,
entrepreneurial too.
if you
Hey,
can find
Susan and them will
something
come
where
put a
you
roof on so quick, girl. Yes, Lord. They will get their lawn done. They are very business minded. They are very into their own communities and establishing their own businesses. And you don't see that a lot in the Black community. That's where
Mm-hmm.
their success is coming from, I believe.
Right.
because it was a shift, because we did have our own at one point. But if you can find something, young people, if y'all listen to anyone that wants to start a business, I would say if you can find something where you can service the Hispanic community in some sort of way, do it. Because they look up to us. We are the trendsetters. They do everything we do. So if you can find something to service them, because they got the money. But
They
y'all,
But
we
do.
not
gonna
just them people. Every other race.
hey, quit saying my real name.
Oh,
I'll be
girl, take
missing it
me off
every
this
time. I
live
gotta.
because I ain't good with this. I can't do it. Because I talk to
You're
you
gonna have
every
to get
day,
her
so
a
it's hard.
nickname.
just call me
Yeah, I got it.
friend. Just
Cookie.
call me
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
just
what.
friend.
friend. Just friend. Okay. Y'all
Okay,
keep
y'all.
me straight in here.
Let's
I'm
let's
glad I
go
don't know your
over.
real name. So it's comfortable for me to say Cookie. Smart Cookie.
Okay, let's go to this other one over here. Hold on, y'all. It's some hold on. I want to talk about this AI Jesus. Shout out to Diamond Duchess. She gave me some of these ideas. Okay, y'all. Here is AI Jesus. Look at him. This is straight from CNN. I didn't even know this was even going on. But it says here, an AI powered version of Jesus Christ, referred to as AI Jesus, was installed in the confessional booth at a Swiss church as a part of an installation titled Deus in Machina.
Too
The
much.
AI generated Jesus could interact with visitors, offering advice and answering to questions based on scripture in over 100 languages. The project aimed to explore the intersection of faith and technology and the limits of the human trust in technology. Here's more detailed look at the AI Jesus project. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. This ain't what my Jesus look like. This what y'all Jesus look like? AI
Girl,
Jesus.
who is that?
What y'all got to say about AI Jesus?
I think that what AI Jesus needs to do is ask me what my ethnicity is, and if they're going to create an image, do it in my image. That's what they could work on.
Prince Team says, what happened to the hair of wool and skin of copper? They have rewritten it. They have rewritten it.
Lady, I told Miss Smart Cookie this when I shared the story with her. Like, this is not gonna go over well because Black people are not gonna be able to relate to this Jesus if he's looking like this. That
No, maybe
that's
back in the
not
day, maybe back in the gay grandmama would have, but not now, baby.
right.
Not now.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
This is just horrible. And he over here giving folks advice in the little
And he
booth.
looking Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He
looking like
doesn't
some
look.
type of
He don't
Viking.
look like. Yeah.
Good, that's
Like,
their
and I'm not
version of
saying
a
there's something
Hebrew.
wrong with that. Don't get me twisted. It's not. I'm not saying it in a negative manner. It's just not relatable to all races, and I think they could have
That's
done
what I'm
better.
saying.
Yeah, better. Yeah.
G. France says this is what happened when you bring sugar to the church. Sugar.
Right.
Yeah, this is so. Will y'all ladies be talking to AI Jesus anytime soon?
No, ma'am.
I if I want to do that, can I go to? I can't go. Just go to my pastor.
Well, I mean, why go to the pastor when you got Jesus right here himself?
And see, that's why
Because
they trying to push that because they trying to get people out of the church. That's why
I
people have
want
to.
more. I want to talk. I want to relate to a actual person and not, So some people may get into that. I'm sure it may attract some people, but if you're more of an old school type, old minded person, you're not gonna be like really wanting to do that. I call Smart Cookie and talk to her first. I'm not going over there and no, I'm not. I'm gonna get a good
Because you know,
girlfriend. I'm going to my church like we always do because you basically gonna get the same advice anyway.
I'm gonna just refer you back to your good Bible. We're gonna figure it out together. But
That's
all
right.
this going to AI Jesus, y'all know they can have them write in there anything that they want.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing we
So they're
know,
gonna be using Chat GPT
yeah,
for
But
the
you know what?
yeah.
They say the Bible was done like that anyway, and it's not really accurate. So I mean, we have to, it's going to be up to us to research it as a people to get more of the truth because the
Mm-hmm.
truth has been presented to us based on what people want us to know or to embrace, basically. I
Right.
believe that personally.
Yeah. It's been pushed to fit others' agenda, but that's why it does say we have to seek wisdom outside of what is presented to us. We always have to
Yeah.
seek wisdom.
Yep.
this AI Jesus stuff is just, our grandparents used to tell us, and our parents used to tell us all the time that we living in the end times, and we're really living in it. Like
Oh
Mm-hmm.
they,
Lord.
the ones that have passed on are lucky. They are lucky that they don't
Mm-hmm.
see all of this because this is just crazy. You going into a booth, there's no longer a priest. Shout out to the Catholics. There's no longer a priest. There's AI Jesus in there waiting to answer your questions. And I mean, it's just AI. That's why they came to the government and the creator said, okay, well, this is very scary. We're afraid, They went
Well,
on
if we're
Capitol Hill
afraid,
to discuss this.
this is what I suggest. Our pastors, our local church leaders have to do more of their job. And they're going to have to start being in the office around the clock and reaching out and letting people know that they don't need this. They can come to us. We have our offices set up. We're here. Okay. So they need to
Yeah.
push against that and draw the people back to them, not just on Sunday, Pastor. Okay. We need you to come in a little more. And a lot of people do go to church throughout the week, but I'm saying, like, I think there should be a better outreach from our communities as to people being sad, needing counseling, things like that. I don't see the need for AI personally. I would prefer to talk to a person, even if I got to go to betterhelp.com, whatever it is, child. I still would prefer. And now you probably wouldn't even know if you're not talking to a human. But anyway, I just want, some things I want to keep it, human to human, you
Oh yeah.
know?
Oh yeah. And speaking of religion, y'all, let's get on over here to this good old Pope. So
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
I
Pope
haven't even
Leo.
been keeping up with that. Isn't that
Pope
sad?
Leo. Let me see. Let me get some of my pen.
Neo. What you
Yeah.
say?
Yeah, his
It's
name is
Pope
Pope Leo.
Leo.
Leo. I thought you said Neo. I was like, Lord. Okay.
Okay, so we have Pope Leo. Shout out to Black millionaires. Um, I'm sorry, the new US born Pope has Black, Creole, and Haitian grandparents from New Orleans.
Ooh, he the fire baby.
Do he know some voodoo, baby?
He know
Uh,
about living.
Know what I'm
He done lived
saying?
that life. Pope Leo lived the life, baby. He gonna be down. He gonna be very down to earth. Mm-hmm.
oh, but wait a minute. But says he doesn't identify as Black according to the New York Times.
Well,
Oh
what does
no.
that mean? That you
He
just
said
don't do
he
But just
black
because you don't
tradition?
identify,
I mean, or do you have a different tradition? What does that mean? Not
exactly
being
what
black.
he says. He's not Negro. He don't want to be over there with you nigglets.
Okay, so he just like to do it. He's still black. Oh, that's bless his soul. Yeah. We still,
that just
even though you might not want to come
yeah.
over here and hang out with us or whatever, or feel like you can't lead us, but you still a black person. I mean, you can't change that.
Well, he don't
Right.
want to claim us, and we don't want to claim him. Okay.
Sure, I ain't thinking about it. He can't help it. He was claimed when he was born. That's how he was born. Whether we
Now,
like it or he don't like it.
Diamond
The
Duchess
one drop rule.
has a great point about this. Now, Diamond Duchess, tell us about what you learned about the popes, and they were all written down.
Oh yeah, so technically when the last pope died, that was supposed to be the last pope. There wasn't a pope predicted. They had already, it was this guy, and I can't remember his name. I should have pulled it up
Oh,
before we got on this thing. But he had predicted all of the names for all of the popes. It's been 112. And after that pope passed, there was not a pope named after him. They didn't know who
Oh,
the next pope was gonna be after the last one. And then it was something they was because there have been people on doing different TikToks about this Pope and his name and why he chose that specific name, because Leo means lion. Because I think each Pope is associated with some kind of animal. The name they pick is
oh
associated
yeah.
with some kind of
And
animal or
I'm a
whatever.
Leo.
But
I
they
can
were
totally relate.
saying
Yeah, I
that
can.
right, and they were saying that Leo, that was kind of like some of them saying that was a bad omen that he chose that. Some said it was a good omen. I don't know because I don't believe in all that stuff. Like I said, people just been putting different things out there on TikTok about these posts. But yeah, they was like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about this one here. I don't
yeah.
know.
But this
But
happened
those
to
are
you?
the little things I heard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Mm-hmm.
Catholic. I'm not Catholic, so I don't believe in all they Hail Marys and they things, But hey, they get a new pope. It is
Mm-hmm.
what it is,
You would have
So
thought that was another president, girl. Those Catholics, something else about their
yeah,
religion. Mm-hmm.
yes, indeed, there's something else. Okay, Diamond Duchess, and she didn't drop down. Come on back up whenever you get a chance. You have the link. So I guess we're gonna move right on along. We're gonna get old Pope that don't want to be black. We're gonna get him off this good hair black screen because this is a black screen. Let me see. Let's see if they got something else on him before we go on to the next subject. I think I had another I got a little link or something about him. Where is this thing? Okay, here it is. Wait a minute. No, that ain't it. Okay. Okay. Let's move on along to this lady that was in Dubai. Okay. According to People, police opened human trafficking case after OnlyFans model 20 was found injured on the side of the road in Dubai. Oh Lord, this is her. Mm-mm-mm. She got a face like everybody else's face. Police
I
have
see
reported.
her head. I don't see
You
her
don't
face.
see it?
Uh-uh.
Okay, hold on.
I see the
Okay,
article. Okay, okay, yeah, I saw it
okay.
coming up now.
Let me go. Let me go
Okay.
on. Okay. This is her. She got that nose and them lips kind of like everybody else. Everybody's starting to just look like everybody. Police have reportedly opened a human trafficking case after Maria Kovala Kovalchuk
Kovalchuk,
uh,
somebody.
Kovalchuk. Let me see. Hold on. Let me get Diamond Duchess back up here. Okay, you back up, friend.
All right.
Um, After Maria Kovalchuk, a missing Ukrainian. Speaking of Ukrainians, are y'all seeing a lot of Ukrainians working at y'all local McDonald's and things like that in y'all
How can you
towns?
tell if they're
Well,
Ukrainian?
I can tell when they taking my order.
Oh. No,
Uh
I
huh.
haven't noticed, but I happen to get now. I
Cause you
DoorDash so much, girl.
a lot of them they did get up over here. They did, since the war and stuff, they did, migrate up over here. But I've seen a lot of them in the town that I live in. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay. What are you East Coast, West Coast, in the South? Where you at?
I'm in the South. I'm in Texas.
Okay,
I'm
so I'm
in
in
Texas.
Mississippi. I hadn't noticed.
Yeah, it's
And
a
I
lot of
can't say the
them.
same over here in Atlanta.
Yeah,
Smart kicker. I can't say the same. I mean, I guess I would have to hear them speak because we got a lot of Indians, a lot of Arabs, Chinese, Japanese. It's a mixture over here, but them specifically, I can't say I noticed that. But
yeah. I've
I
been
ain't been
there.
out much either.
It's a lot of them getting these little entry level jobs. I said the poor kids ain't gonna have no jobs for when they come home from college this summer. But moving right along, Maria was 20 She was missing for 10 days after informing friends that she was invited to a hotel party in Dubai on March 9th, causing her loved ones to worry after missing a scheduled flight to Thailand. The Daily Mail previously reported. The Mirror US and the US Sun also reported her initial discovery. The Lviv native was later discovered near a Dubai road on March 19th with multiple injuries, including a broken spine, several broken limbs. She was subsequently rushed to the hospital.
Somebody
Subsequently,
ran over her butt.
oh girl, some
Uh,
has
uh,
That's what it
a
sounded like.
broken
She might have
spine.
been in that road and got run over too. I don't know.
Somebody didn't kick her ass out the car, and like you said, she didn't. Lord have mercy, Lord forgive
Girl,
me.
did you feel that bump?
was at
Oh,
one of
I
them.
thought I felt
She was
something
at one of
that I
those.
ran over, girl.
Yeah, she was at one of
Mm-hmm.
them porta parties, honey. They probably had her tied up in one of them weird sex positions, and something went wrong, and they had
Woo.
to dump that body.
Oh, girl, the Daily Mail reported at the time and required for surgeries. Her mother, Anna Kovalchuk, later told the outlet that she was expected to recover. According to Dubai police, investigators determined that the model sustained her injuries by entering a restricted construction site alone.
Ah,
Where
that
she
Now that's
no, that don't sound right. That's
that's what I'm
fishy.
saying.
where she
Mm.
And
fell from a height. Her loved ones, however, reportedly refuted the police's account. At the
11-11.
time, the Dubai police could not be reached by people for a comment. Now the model is in stable condition, and Ukrainian police have opened a human trafficking case in retaliation on her disappearance, according
I
to
know. Well,
the
something's
Daily
not right.
Mail.
That for sure.
yeah, I'm telling
I
you.
mean,
And then they don't want to speak on it.
that description just ain't right. That description just ain't right
No,
about she.
and out of the
And
construction site and all that. She didn't
Yeah,
right,
go out
she
there by
she
and
was
in a
herself. She
going
was
place
out
she
into
there
a
with
don't
someone.
know.
construction
They
site.
were trying to kill her. She probably wasn't meant to touch
Right.
her.
On the live, on the live. We don't say that over here. We gotta say on the
Oh,
live.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
It's
sorry.
okay. We
I'm
gotta
not
say
used to that. Okay.
keyword. It's
They
okay.
were probably,
Keywords.
yeah, just trying to make her disappear or something.
Yes,
Hmm.
they was trying to make her disappear. They and didn't do a good job. And see, she getting on through this, honey.
Hmm.
They better
Somebody
tip her and
mad.
they better get
And
some
you got to think
bodyguards.
why they opening a human trafficking case, and the fact that she was missing for 10 days before she was found like that
They
after she
probably
was
have had
headed
got.
to a party.
Yeah, she probably have given them somewhat of a statement, you know, to get them in
Ooh,
that
Mm-hmm.
direction.
boy, I
But
tell
she's
you,
lucky to be alive. I tell you that. She is
yes,
Mm-hmm.
lucky to be alive.
she is blessed
Mm-hmm.
to be alive. All money ain't good, young ladies. Don't do anything for
Mm-mm.
the money now.
Because I tell you, them
You know, some
girls.
of us just think we got a life, we gonna live forever, and we just, ain't nothing bad gonna happen to us. I know I've been like that. I hadn't been to Dubai though, but we don't all kind of put ourselves out there, knowing that, hey,
Yes,
But
it's
yes.
not
see,
the
it's a
best
little bit different
decision.
with this generation. It's a little bit different. They flying out to, they know what they doing when they go to those parties where them billionaires paying money to pee on them and do all kind of
Oh,
stuff. They go for, out
child.
there for that money. That is a thing. The celebrity started the trend with that.
And
And
Well,
so
why
my
you
now
thing
these
want
is,
to
I'm
young
be
not
a
going by
IG
myself.
models,
I'm not going by myself. Sorry.
yeah,
and
they flying out there for that.
why you want to be a toilet and let somebody just pee all on you?
million
Just
dollar.
that money, that
I
money,
give you
that money.
$700,000. You let 800,000, the hundred to let me pee on you. You gonna think about it?
$700,000.
Say if
Show it to me.
you just gonna live in a paycheck to paycheck. You're an average person. You got morals and standards. But if there's
I
somebody
mean,
offer you over $500,000, $1 million, you wouldn't let them pee on you.
now go back to the 700,000. I think if you can show it to me, and
That's
I can
over a
see.
half a million.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
just
That,
pulled a number
look,
out of
and you
my
ain't
head,
never
girl.
seen that amount of money at one time in your life. It's just
Yeah, you
like
got some people that
young
would do
people
that.
going into the music industry getting tempted with all that money. People get tempted by money. You can't say what you won't do until you in that position and
Wait
that
a
money
minute.
thrown in your face.
Now they giving them that amount of money?
I
Girl, them
just
folks
made up
going
a
up.
number.
Yes,
I
they ain't
don't
going
I
over
don't
there for
have
no little bit of
I
money.
haven't done any research on it, but I know it better not be 50. You better be paid. If you got to try to, if I've been living that life, yeah, I got a standard now for that P. That's a service, but baby, you don't have to pay. You know, if I was that kind of a girl, that's in my
What?
mind. I would have.
What?
I guess because in my mind, you
I
would have
done
to pay
did some
me.
research on it, and it's some people going out there for 100 bands, 200 bands, and they getting into
Oh
some stuff for that money. For
What
that
can you
money.
keep?
that's some hood
What can?
boogers.
What can you keep your mouth closed while they peeing on you?
Yeah.
Girl, I don't know about all that. I don't know.
Okay,
It's
y'all. Let
whatever
me
they
ask you while we're
direct you
on
to
this
do.
subject. Let me ask you this subject. When they said that happened to Cassie, was her mouth open? They said her
Yeah,
mouth was open.
her mouth
Okay,
was open.
yeah.
Mm,
That's when you said that. Okay.
Allegedly,
Child.
they
mm.
say Cassie was over there choking on the pee, y'all.
That's just like you
Yeah,
be having unprotected sex. It's the same thing.
mhm.
Prince and Team said they do that in the United States. They ain't paying no 700,000 over here. They
I
ain't
just
paying
pulled
no.
out a number. I think, I'm thinking about if it was me, how much they would have to pay. Had to really, what do you want, baby? Golly.
Now,
You know,
Diamond
in my
Duchess.
mind, I'm thinking it's got to be about $1 million. You know, in my mind, you gonna do that. So I don't know.
Now, Diamond Duchess
But yeah,
and Follow Me Black TV. Let me ask y'all this: y'all letting somebody pee on y'all for 500,000 cash?
If y'all don't
girl, don't
tell
ask me that
nobody,
today. I don't know. I don't know. It depends on what
my house
situation I'm
ain't
in at
paid
the time.
for. I ain't saying, I'm
Right.
that kind of a girl, but
I
that
ain't
would be
even
a
bought a
tough
home
decision.
yet. Wait a minute.
Who and then I got to see who peeing on me. Who is it?
Look,
I
don't
just had to
ask.
see. I don't know. I
And
don't
I
know.
ain't all the way
I
saved
can't
yet.
say
I ain't
no.
all the way
Yeah.
saved.
I can't say all the way no.
I
Now
can't say no yet, because I
you
still
know
got things I'm trying to accomplish in life.
you can get an STD from somebody peeing on you. You know that man
That's
was
why I asked, can you keep your mouth closed? Didn't you hear what I asked you? Just that's
That
why I
yeah.
said that. Because that's
you
still
know
bodily fluid. You know what I
that
mean? So I'm like, where you talking about peeing at on me, and how can I protect myself in the process?
because they recently caught
Yeah,
a man.
it
They recently caught a man that was peeing in his co-workers' drinks and giving them all STDs.
Oh my God.
is.
Yeah.
Like,
Uh-uh.
damn, this a
Uh-uh.
tart drink. What, you got lemon in here? Oh no, Jesus. Oh,
Oh
Mm.
no.
Mm.
And
you
Okay.
can't
baby,
trust
jail wouldn't be
nobody.
enough. I would have to see him. Mm-mm.
That make you afraid to have go to an office party or do anything nowadays.
Oh,
Oh
Yeah,
my
I
the
never,
God.
potlucks and all that, that's done. No more
It's
potlucks,
a
no
wrap.
more
It is
nothing.
a
I
wrap.
know.
I never been
Mm-mm.
a person
And
to do all that.
I'm picky anyway because it got to look a certain way, and then
right.
I have to know the person that's
Mm-hmm.
cooking it and know something about them. Because be like, that's we like that. There, who made the potato salad? Who did this dressing? Where these greens
Okay.
come from? We be trying to find out though. We will. But you got some people that's crazy. They probably sneak something like people sneak stuff in punch. They might do the food like that and didn't have no bit, wasn't even in the preparation. So I don't know. You just can't trust people nowadays. I feel like if you're gonna do office parties, should have designated people fixing the food or whatever. Just as less traffic as possible around the food.
Well, let's get on over here to our sweet babies, Halle Bailey, Little Mermaid herself, DDG, and they baby that they didn't
Oh
had
my God.
outside of marriage. So, this week a judge granted Little Halle um, custody over their baby. And hey, Miss Loretta, Auntie Lo, you want to come up, Auntie Lo? I dropped the link for you so you can come up if you want to.
I hope she
Um,
learned from this. I really do, Jesus. When she get out of
yeah,
this
Yeah.
mess.
yeah. The judge has granted her. There you go, Auntie. The link is there for you if you want to come up. The judge has granted her custody of her baby and temporarily, and I really just hope that this thing here, this young man here, does not get it back because let me show y'all the bruises he didn't put on her. Let me
Yeah,
show
he's
you.
abusing her. I don't
Ooh.
think he's abusing the baby, but he couldn't have he would have to have supervised visits, you know, because I don't
Mm-mm.
think he was abusing the baby wasn't being injured or anything. He just was
No,
abusive towards her.
well, listen. The baby, he decided to give that baby an edge up. I ain't liked his ass ever since he gave that baby an edge up before he was even 1 year
A hairline, he
old.
shaped them up, girl.
Girl, before he was even 1 year old.
Yeah, we got a thing about that. But he don't know no better. I
Mm,
probably don't know no darn
mm.
better.
I wouldn't
You
have
got to
left it.
think about who raised him.
I wouldn't want to leave his ass alone with my baby. It says Halle Bailey
I
accused
said
DDG.
supervised.
Halle Bailey accuses DDG of chipping her tooth and posting pictures of new bruises. Okay, Auntie. Auntie says she just stopping by to give me some love. I'm just stopping by to say hello. Gotta
Hi,
get ready for
Auntie.
tomorrow. I will be in her chat. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Auntie Loretta Brown. She is
Loretta
funny.
Brown. Okay.
She is
Okay.
consistent. She talks about Peach McIntyre. If anyone knows anything about
Oh,
Peach
Lord, that
McIntyre,
thing. She done popped out.
yeah,
I hope she ain't had about 25 more babies, child.
honey, and Auntie be on it. When I tell you she be on it, and
You said
Auntie,
Loretta Brown?
yes, Auntie
Okay, let me
Loretta
write
Brown,
it down.
she got the comebacks for your ass, okay? She got the
Okay.
what's the lady that's from Florida that passed on away, God rest her soul, Betty Wright. She got the
Okay.
Betty Wright type of comebacks,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
She get
She a
your
real
ass
auntie.
together.
She a real
Mm-hmm.
auntie.
She a
She the
real
type of
auntie.
auntie we used to.
And she's up every morning if you're ready to get ready for work. She will help
Oh,
you
Lord.
get your day started.
Yeah, G France. I heard that as well. I
Let me
heard that was G France said.
Oh, G Friend says she has full custody. She needs it.
Yeah, she just
She
got that, I
needs it.
believe, just recent, like in the
Mm.
past week or so. It's like it's been really recent.
Because this fool here, he don't know if he coming or going. And somebody said he was a rapper. When the hell did he become
He
a
need to,
rapper?
I wish they would make
I
him get some
mean, he
help.
tried to make a couple of songs. He's not hot like that, but he
I
don't
wish
make
they
a
would,
couple of
instead of
songs.
letting him just go on about his way, I would just wish the judge or somebody would make him get some help. It may not completely cure him, but maybe it would help him with his temper, and stuff. These men be needing help because if they don't get him no help, he gonna continue. It's gonna be somebody else.
I
You
seen
got to
Mm.
try to break that cycle.
and I think he be in his 20s. I heard him on a podcast talking about he not gonna get married until he 49. Nobody gonna want your stinking ass
He
when you
telling the truth.
49.
But at
Cause
least,
that's
yeah, he
when they
being
think
honest.
a lot of them old players think they supposed to sit down when they got the
Mm-hmm.
diabetes and one eye blind,
Mm-hmm.
one foot off. Here they come, needing a nurse, not a woman, but a nurse. I'm not getting ready to be your nurse.
Mm-mm.
Now,
Princess
some of I done seen people pushing people around in a wheelchair, getting on a cruise boat, but I just know I don't want to go into the relationship like that as your nurse.
Prince of Team, what's his platinum single? 2 platinum
Got two
singles
platinum
and
single.
a few
Hey,
gold ones. Oh, I ain't never heard his ass
yeah.
Me
before.
either. What's the man
Well,
name?
that's
What's the
them
little boy
young
name?
folks.
DDG,
DDG.
y'all, he
Oh,
didn't
we're gonna
chip
have to
this
Google him, y'all. Just
chip
Google
this
him, girl.
girl's tooth. I don't even think he even worth it. This bastard is he is out here
Abusive.
putting his hands on the young girls, okay? And I don't appreciate him for
Either he
doing
gonna
that.
go to jail or hell. It's excuse me, him.
Or both. He gonna go to both.
Okay.
Mhm.
Good night, Auntie Loretta. I'll be there in the morning with you. But yeah, I don't appreciate what he did. Like I said, I didn't like him after he
Mm-mm.
decided to get that baby an edge up, and the baby wasn't even damn 1 year old. And he's irresponsible. I don't think
Overbearing.
I don't I don't think it's a class that can help him. I don't think a parenting class. I think nigglets like him don't need to be parents
Oh
at
wow.
all ever.
Well, he
And
has to be taught. He probably hasn't had a good
Mhm.
father figure. He hasn't probably seen a good whole relationship. He needs to be able to see these things because you just can't let people keep running around ruining people a lot, and because they don't be
Mhm.
happy either,
And
Mhm.
So
every woman that he get with, he plays victim. He loved to say he was with the girl Ruby Rose, said that she was crazy, talked real bad about her to Halle, and Halle thought, well,
Mhm.
I'm a better woman than her, and I can do better.
Mhm.
And now he didn't got her knocked up. She didn't had a baby. Now she's a baby mama by this
immature. I don't know why
by
we
this
don't recognize the immaturity in these people
Mhm.
and
by
keep it
this
moving.
by this no good niglet. She didn't, and he's jealous of her, in my opinion. He don't have much going on. He's a streamer, a gamer,
I
and
want
he
her to go
don't
get
have
her
a.
some help too for her self-esteem. She needs
Mm-hmm.
to get some work. She needs to do her own work as well.
Oh yeah,
Um,
because he
Mm-hmm.
done it. I heard G Friend say
yeah,
earlier that it was he heard that. Let me see. I heard that that was a lie that he abused her allegedly. Well, they was probably getting into a scuffle, and the girl was
yeah.
defending herself. Don't nobody want to sit there and let you whoop their ass now. You know, I mean, hopefully nobody will just sit
Be
there
like,
and
I
let
know
you
he
whoop
gonna
their
beat
ass.
me, but honey, I'll give these licks in,
But yeah,
child. Mm-mm.
but yeah,
You
the
gonna get
sister
me?
and the sister and the brother been coming out, speaking out and saying because the brother gonna be like, well, my brother he ain't finna put his hands on no Disney star. Come on now, like he did all that like when he was doing all the streaming with the son is because she wouldn't let him see the son, and they just saying that they trying to paint this negative picture of DDG. The sister she posted on Instagram.
For
Think
what? For what? What would
her
they benefit by doing that?
That's what I'm saying. Like everybody should. Why y'all speaking as if y'all would help these people on a daily basis? You just need to be quiet. Just be
This
quiet.
this young man is crazy, y'all. He got
Ain't
into
nobody
her
just going out
house.
their way making up stuff on him.
He broke
Right.
into her house, y'all, allegedly, and took a picture of her house. It's out there.
While she
He
was in
took
his bed, her bedroom. I heard about
took
that.
a picture of her bedroom, y'all. Now, what kind of
He was
that
in it
you're
and
on the
sent it to
path
her to
to
let her know he was
being
at her house, honey.
you on the path to being a serial unaliver, doing some crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
You know,
I would
like
have said,
you
"Oh,
can
okay, you there?" And honey, I would have called the police and let them pull up on him before
Mm-hmm.
I got there. That's He needs somebody to really be strict with him. And sometimes when we care about people, we don't want to do them like that. But she gonna have to do him and show him. She gonna have to really show him. He is
she
one of
need
them.
she needs to hire an old man or get a nigga from out of Louisiana, one of Toya and them brothers to whoop his ass real good.
Did you stop? But that might be jumping into the frying pan into the skillet. Because I don't.
Cause
But you got some men do that don't like men. That just, I'm on the phone. Thank you.
yeah,
Don't
yeah,
play with me, little boy.
she need to go on ahead and pay Toya and them brothers since
Ooh.
they need some money. They ain't got nothing to do. They got nothing but time on their hands. Pay old Casey or what's the other one named Walter. Get Walter or Casey to go over there and whoop his ass real good, and he'll stop putting his goddamn hands and
Yeah,
popping
she
up
don't have
at
no
your house.
big brothers. And then sometimes I'm gonna tell y'all when I went through that as a younger, when I was younger, I wasn't 20 yet, and I was dating this guy. I didn't have no business dating him, child. And he was crazy, child. And I used to try to fight. I would fight him, but he ended up at the end. He was terrorizing me, and I would not get nobody else involved. I didn't want nobody else involved. I didn't want him bothering none of my friends. I had people that wanted to stand up for me, but I wouldn't allow them to. I didn't want them like, you know what I'm saying? Because I guess he had. I was frightened. I don't know what it was, but I know what that's like. I have been there. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So, yeah. Sometimes you just don't know what to do. And then sometimes people don't want to be involved. You sitting around being with this man, then we look up next week, you back with him.
you back
Right.
with him. Yeah, yeah.
That's a lot of
I
times that what ends up happening, you know?
it's
I
best
think a
not
lot
to
of
get
women
it's best
done
not to
been
get
there.
up into people's stuff until some now with something like this happening as a brother. Yes, you
Yeah,
should.
you ain't gonna be
You
putting your hands on her, but now she want to keep just being
yes,
dumb for you. But all that physical, and you think you gonna be beating up on her? No, that's a big H to the no, no,
yeah,
no.
because like my sister-in-law when I was married, she always said, I don't get in y'all stuff. I don't come in between dick and pussy because dick and pussy will find its way back to each other. So I think, as long as there is no abuse, you should stay out
Right.
of it. But when there's some
Mm-hmm.
abuse, you need to talk, and sometimes you got
And
to
he's
reach out
being
and
very
touch it.
abusive, and it sounds like it would probably just get worse. And she's got to make
Mm-hmm.
up in her mind to leave that man alone completely.
I think
Right.
I
she
wouldn't be
has
around. I let
made
him
up.
see his daughter. Yeah, but it would be supervised or whatever. They're a
I,
son. I'm not sure
yeah, they
because
have
I
a son.
don't think
I
he's
Yes,
think
been
she,
abusive to the child. But I would have the judge and make him go get some kind of help too
I
because
think
he's
she
still
has
young.
made
He's
up
still
her
young
mind.
though.
But
Yeah.
I don't think that people like him will ever change. I think that he needs to be castrated
oh
and
God.
yep. You do stuff like this, you don't want a committed relationship, or maybe castrated is a little harsh. Just
yeah,
get
yeah.
he needs a
Because if they
vasectomy.
ain't castrate Nick Cannon with all the children he got, come on.
Well, at least Nick Cannon got some money, but he needs to definitely.
Girl,
Oh,
but he ain't take care of them kids. Them baby mamas coming out complaining now.
Follow me, Black TV. Did you know you got your camera on right here, Pony?
I know I can see me
You
with that
want
bonnet and them
you want
glasses.
it on?
I'm trying to go mute. Hold on, I'm trying to find it.
You want me to take you down off this other one?
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I'm off of the video.
Okay, let me take you.
Girl, you over here with this bonnet on and glasses.
Girl, it's okay, girl. It is okay, friend. It is nighttime. It's a Friday, and we are good mothers. We are at home with our children in the comfort of our own homes, giving advice to the young girls, to the young folks. Okay. Oh, but yeah, here's the picture. Y'all see where he didn't chip the girl too.
Girl.
Allegedly, it says
She has to learn to love herself, honey.
Right.
I might like you a lot, but I love me. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Judge
I'm so
reportedly
sorry.
grants Halle Bailey a restraining order against DDG. She got a restraining order against after she claims he smashed her head into a steering wheel and chipped her tooth. Says he threw her phone out the window and yelled, "Go get it, bitch." Oh, I didn't heard them words.
No, he did.
Girl told her, "Go
So
get
this
it."
Chris Brown
bitch.
and Rihanna in the car number 2. This.
Castrated is not going to help the anger. It probably make it worse.
Right. That's why I say no,
This
can't
is
do
not.
that right
This
there.
is the mind that's controlling everything.
Mm-mm-mm. Let me see.
I don't know if castration will help anybody. It might work. We ain't no telling what we end up getting then. I don't know.
Hold on, we gonna save the good old best for last, y'all.
I ain't never researched that. What kind of effects does castration have on a person? Because they used to do people like that, like when a million years ago. But anyway, I wonder what that actually would do for somebody.
I think they need to get right on back.
I want to research the mental effects of castration.
You
Does
can
that
do
make
it because
anybody behavior
I watched
change?
the whole documentary about these monks that do that in this particular culture, and it talked about
But see, that's a willingness not to want to do it. But if you got somebody that's sick and can't control their urges, even if you castrate them, they still gonna have sick things going in their mind, and they may just come up with something else. You got to treat that mind. To me,
spend quality time with the kids, but 12 kids, dang. Better multitask as you can. Who got 12 kids? What you talking about, friend?
You just talking about Nick Cannon.
Oh, yeah. I guess he was talking about.
God darn, I'm so tired of y'all seeing me. Hey, how y'all doing? What is going on? Okay, and I can't see her.
Okay, the last person that we are talking about, we are gonna talk about the diddler. So someone made this little meme. It says, "If I send you this, just know I'm locked up and stressed the F out." As he should be. Now, y'all, they didn't generate this picture because there's no cameras allowed over there in the courthouse. So I don't know what this thing is looking like.
Look, AI done took the drawings, done made their own version of what he might look.
Yeah, and they didn't do a good job because from those sketches it says he has a full beard that's white. I think that this is to let him go white like this because they could have dyed his hair. I think that they are doing this on purpose to try to gain some type of sympathy and show him to be an old man. And but
if anybody got sense, they know that gray hair don't mean a thing, baby.
Once they hear the evidence, I mean, well, Cassie the stuff that girl been talking about, the stuff he been doing, that ain't no old man. That is not no old man.
That's a demon.
He is a demon. He's an old sick man.
He got that demon spirit on him, honey, that lust spirit. And then
the
he's
incubus.
powerful. That money, all that done messed him up, honey. Well, no, Janice
I don't
messed him up.
know.
I'm
From
sorry.
what we heard this week, he's a succubus and like it's smeared on his face too. Allegedly.
I really believe that he has crossed those boundaries,
And then a lady, they said back in 2011, 2021, sometime, go look it up, Google it. Some lady said he had a little Tootsie Roll in between his legs.
I'm not surprised.
Because something got to be wrong. He not all the way man when he want to watch another man have sex with his lady and then getting off on
I
that.
think he bisexual.
He is bisexual. That's for
Hmm.
Yeah.
sure. Clive Davis turned him out, and Clive
Allegedly,
Davis
allegedly, allegedly.
Yeah, I said
allegedly,
Yeah.
I think.
yeah,
So that's just my opinion. I think he is,
I think
um,
he is too.
but he
G
got
I mean,
Fresh.
mommy issues
because
too. Cause y'all saw him and his mama kissing.
mhm,
Ew, that's
his
so
mama was a
nasty.
pimp allegedly, and brought him up in the
No,
whorehouse
Yeah.
no,
allegedly.
his daddy was the pimp, and they said the mama was the bottom bitch. She took care of all the other whores.
But when the daddy died or whatever happened to the daddy, she had to take over, run the business. She had connections. She was still running things.
Yeah, she was running stuff, but his mama said she was no whore. She said she took care of the whores.
But that's what all the
But what
whores
happened?
say.
Did she let them women
Yeah,
get to her son or what? What she got?
Right.
How was
She
her
did.
son
She probably
introduced
put
to
him
all
on
that?
her
I
son.
I think so. I think that one
She
of
probably,
those. I think that
Because he
one of
acts
those
like
women.
his behavior is pimp
Yeah,
right.
like a pimp
I
off
mean,
And
the streets. Like
it
that's how
just
he
seemed like
is.
so
all of
rageful.
these people from their generation. Cause look how Jada Pinkett grandmama taught her how to masturbate. And I don't know what's up with these mamas and these grandmamas from
Yeah,
around that time.
Mm-mm.
so
Yes.
nasty.
That's why she's so turned out. She learned at an early age. I think she said
Ooh,
she was
child.
around 5 or 7 years old. Grandma taught her how to
Mm-mm.
masturbate.
Ooh, allegedly,
Yeah,
that is just
She
allegedly.
was
But she
wrong
said
for
that on
that.
the red table talk or whatever. She said that herself. But
well.
allegedly.
This little Tootsie Roll right here, he just, that is just so nasty. I don't even know how he got the pee up in that girl mouth. And they said her husband ran out of the courtroom. He was pissed off. He said, "Damn it, I ain't never peed in your damn mouth."
He don't want to. Pimp Diddy is just disrespectful. He don't like women. He don't like us.
Mm-mm. Right.
He don't like women because, like
Because
you said,
you see how he got to the man when he left it up with the man. What's up, daddy? What's up, daddy? He got all the love and praise for the dude, but the women he want to beat and slut out and,
Dog
and,
him. He
and
want to
just
pimp him out.
dog. Right.
he
That's what
doesn't
his.
like the
That's why he
women.
think. I guess that's how he think relationships supposed to be. I don't know what's wrong with him,
But they
child.
He,
said he slapped his own mama. About the bodyguard said that he
yeah,
saw
the
this slap his
Yeah.
own mama.
bodyguard. Yep,
Yeah,
the
Gene
So
did.
bodyguard.
that show you right there, he ain't got no respect for women. And that poor little Chinese girl he was dating, and he
Lightning.
beat her down in the closet, kicked her all in her stomach. And she was crying about
I
that on
heard
Tasha
that
K.
too.
She's gonna be
Yeah,
testifying too, isn't she? What's her name?
I
Gina.
think so. Gina,
I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
she's
I
gonna
think
be
Gina, that's
so.
her name,
testifying.
Gina. Allegedly, I heard that
But
Young Miami, they said that Young Miami told her something about she would have had her eating her cat. Ooh,
Yeah,
I
she would
don't
tell.
yeah,
She would tell
they
Diddy. She
showed the
would get
text. She
Diddy to.
did tell,
Yeah,
yeah,
Diddy
she
had to
told the
make her
girl
do it. Mhm.
G Friend said, how do you think he got his nickname Puff Daddy?
that. There you
I don't
go.
know, but
But
I
no,
don't.
like y'all
Mhm.
said, I don't think that he like women like Follow Me Black TV says, y'all were saying earlier, y'all think that one of those ladies touched him or, did something to him inappropriately and he saw a lot.
Mhm.
I think as a kid, your mind is not ready for sexual content. You don't know how to process that and just being overloaded with that shit
And
turns you
being
And
into
exposed
then
really young. Being
when you're
exposed really
victimized, you
young.
victimize other. And so, like he
Mhm.
victimized Usher, and he victimized Justin Bieber because that's it happened to him, and
Oh,
that's all you know how to
Justin.
do is hurt others.
Oh,
Yeah,
allegedly, because Justin ain't
allegedly,
being nice.
allegedly.
I
He
didn't
ain't
say
said
what.
it.
I just
Yeah,
said Poe
allegedly.
Justin. That's all. I just said Poe Justin.
And
I feel
I think
sorry
that one
for
was
him,
for
but I
me.
ain't saying why. Just say, he just
Right.
have some issues to me. To me.
He has a lot of issues and he's
Mhm.
very
Hmm.
stressed out, and y'all know who else and I don't think he had nothing to do with the diddler, but Will and Jada's son, something is wrong with him too.
That's because of
Well,
Will and
I
Jada
wouldn't
turned out,
necessarily
but
say he didn't
to
have
me.
nothing to do with the dealer because he was hanging around Diddy's son at one point. He was out there with them. And they also said, allegedly, I also heard that he had something to do with that young boy that was on that show with Terrence Howard. that's why Terrence Howard was trying to come out and expose some little stuff, but they turned
Oh,
that little boy, what's his name? They
Hakeem.
played,
What's
his
his
name
man
right,
is
name?
yeah,
Play
they turned him
Hakeem
out.
on the
Because, he gave now Bashir
Well, see, P. Diddy is the
got
type of man that wants to take other men's manhood. That's like a power trip for him anyway.
right.
He
That's what
real
he
sadistic.
off.
He kind of really sick, you know.
You
The
know
man, he got a demon spirit. I believe in it too.
they
He
said
do.
Shaka Zulu was like that.
Really? They will. They will try to they break them down. They take their manhood. That's the first thing they be trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's so disgusting to want
It
that much
is.
power over a person. I mean, why you want to stick your something where in an exiting hole, where exiting hole filled with
So some
sewage?
probably like you said, somebody probably did it to them, and then they like it
Mm-hmm.
now.
So
Right.
it's the whole Bill Cosby hurt people.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-mm. So what do y'all think about the
Hold on, I'm still here, y'all.
y'all remember the group Danity Kane, and one of the members' name was Don Richardson or Richards. Well, she got up on the stand today and had
Who's that,
Cassie
mommy?
back. They said she had
What?
Cassie's back, and she
Mm-hmm.
reported, she
Who?
testified today that this demon here was up there beating on Cassie, and they were afraid for their lives. Nobody, that's why nobody told it. And
You start running.
I was also thinking
Mm-mm.
about I was also thinking about the what's the other one's name? I'll bring you back up, Follow Me TV, when you get your situation in the background going. I was also thinking about what was her name? Aubrey. Y'all remember the girl Aubrey that he liked so much? I
Mm-hmm.
wonder
Okay,
if
she
she
did expose some things that he did to her because she was dating one of them boys from the making of the band, and he was messing with that boy too, and that's why he was in between their relationship, causing her to break up. I forgot what that boy was she was dating. And as far as Don Richards testifying and stuff, see, a lot of people can be up there testifying about him hitting Cassie, because when Cassie got that money for that lawsuit, before they had to come, she really had to come and testify in this trial. It was in her statement that at a party, Diddy slapped her in front of a lot of people, including Beyonce and Jay-Z. Because their
Yes,
name
I
was in,
remember that. I remember that they said
and
Beyonce
because
went to
Jay-Z
her
and Beyonce got mad with Jay-Z for sticking, for because Diddy like coming out there apologize. She'd be like, well, why you still hang around this dude and he just slapped this girl? And she kind of, they had a little altercation behind that. But yeah, it's a lot of people that's why I'm not surprised that she came up to testify that she saw that, because more than likely she did. She was around Diddy around
Yeah,
that time,
And one person that could really call him out just ain't here no more. Biggie Smalls, baby.
yeah. Oh
To talk
yeah.
about Diddy, baby.
and
I
Kim
bet you.
Porter. Because how many
Yep.
times?
Isn't that
How many
weird? They're
times he
not
was
here,
out
but
her
they're not
head?
here. Yeah, they're not here to tell it. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And that's why Cassie should have saw that coming, because she sat up there and laughed when he slapped Kim in the face in front of her. She thought that shit was funny. It's not funny when you had to go through it though.
It ain't fun when it's your turn. See, she
Yeah, when you
thought
think you special. She
Allegedly.
thought she was special. She
Mm-hmm.
did.
yeah,
She's
she thought
special.
she was young and hot, and I'm better than you. And
Baby.
like a lot of these young women do, she thought she was exempt from that.
You took her place.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
Kim ain't here no more. You're next. You're up next, sweetie.
Mm-hmm.
do
And
you
And you
that's
think
better say,
crazy. He
and she
told
wouldn't have got
her,
away
I
from him.
read
She
in
might have been
one
end up looking like Kim too.
right. But on one of them things I was reading for all they little back and forth in court, she said that he told her one time that he had her change her look so much because he told her one time she looked too Mexican for something. And I'm like, girl, he had her self-esteem. Like, he controlled everything she do, because that's why she shaved her head. Because, Young Jock put that story out about how they
Oh
seen
yeah,
that, like, they
he
seen a
worked on
bartender
her,
in the
baby.
nightclub, and then Diddy told her to shave her head. He was like, you don't do that. She said, whatever you want. See, she was down for the lifestyle and that money, because
But
she
she was
saw when she
fresh
got
meat,
that
baby.
damn 10,
She
15
was
year
a duck,
contract,
a
that
sitting
bogus
duck.
contract. She wasn't making no music. She had to get her money one way or the other. Simple as that.
and that's
She
very
got with the wrong
sad.
person.
Yep. She
I
should have stayed
believe
with
that's
her producer boyfriend that introduced her to Diddy. She shouldn't have boy for Diddy. But she was
But
trying
she
to
was
chase her
young
career,
though.
trying to.
She was
Yeah,
young,
she was
and he
young.
got a
She ain't
hold
know
to
no
her
better.
baby.
She was
And with his
green.
pimp mentality, he have dogged her
Yeah,
out. He has pimped her out. He don't love
right.
nobody. Mm-mm.
Hello,
Not no,
Brittany
not a
He
woman.
can't be
Janae.
young like that.
Hello, Brittany Janae. Brittany Janae says, "Good evening, ladies. It was Dawn that dated Q from day 26, and it
Okay.
was allegedly that Diddy did something to him and hasn't been right since." Yes, I do remember
Uh,
that, Brittany Janae. He was dating. She was dating Q. I remember him, and yeah, I remember how he treated them people on Making the Band. G
mm-hmm.
says, "I
He
can
just
imagine
that
if P
tries to
Diddy."
ruin people's lives. He's like I said, that man is like he really is like a demon spirit. Why would he make them unhappy and be so controlling and do those things to those young people looking up to him and trying to, have a career? It's really something wrong with
Well,
the man, y'all.
It
Oh
said,
my
it
God.
really
Chris
is.
said,
It is.
I can imagine if P. Diddy gets out, I think he'll expose a lot of people like crazy. I hope and I'm
Oh, he
praying that
If
will.
he don't get
I,
out, he gonna expose them. They don't know what he
Right,
gonna do. He really at this
yes,
right.
point is a
That's why they
liability
all
either way.
scared,
He's
hide,
a liability.
quiet.
Yep.
You don't see no black celebrity standing up saying nothing. They ain't speaking on this. They
Nobody.
like anybody that was
Nobody.
in his circle and stuff like that. I'm saying, even Jay-Z and Beyonce, because he got a lot. Let me tell you something. He's got dirt on these people.
he got to.
These, that's why some of these folks don't left the country. Ellen DeGeneres, how many times she brought him on his show. You know how
Wonder
they
what
little
all they was
relationship
doing,
was in the
girl. Lord have
background.
mercy.
Yes, like
Mm-mm.
she didn't fled the country. They Ashton Kutcher tied up and shit. Leonardo DiCaprio, man, these folks losing their minds behind this trial. They don't know what
They was
coming
at
out.
them parties, girl. It went down
They
on
was
at them
at them
parties.
parties. They got these folks shook.
It, it
Lord
went
have mercy.
down.
But y'all know what? Before them people ever get caught, because even your president Donald Trump was there. I
Right.
seen
Who is
him
the
on the
other one they
picture.
always try to
Who
attach him
was
to?
the
Is
rapper?
it Clive Davis? It's another high power figure that they connect him to. Was it Clive Davis? I
Yeah,
forgot.
Clive Davis is
Yep,
one.
Okay.
Clive Davis.
But y'all, when they released that list, it was so many people. Let me tell you, just like they got Epstein up out of here, baby, they'll get him up out of here for they ever
Mm-hmm.
allow themselves to get exposed. But if he was to get out, y'all, deep in my heart, he would go after the people that got him up there. I don't think that I
Mm-hmm.
think that he really
He
thinks in
he
his
he ain't the
mind.
type to go quietly. He ain't gonna go quietly.
No, he
Mm-mm.
gonna get his get back, and I believe that he's
Mm-hmm.
the type of person. He once he get out, he'll believe that he's still invincible and that he can do whatever
Mm-hmm.
it is that he wants to do. He feel like he can go back to life. He'll just find him a new Cassie to do that to. Young Miami, her ass was about to be
Yeah,
next.
she look,
I
look, she
think
was
he gonna
about.
do
She
what he
better
can
be
do from
glad
the
all this
inside
came out,
too.
cause girl,
I
her
think
soul
he'll
was
have a
about to
lot
be
of control over
gone.
some people from the inside as well.
Yeah, he still got control.
Cause
That's why
he run
some
deep.
people that's supposed to
He
be
run deep.
testifying, that supposed to be at this trial, is missing right now. Ain't showed up. Lawyers spoke to him.
They say
It's
He
he got
still
still
50
got
going
foot
on.
million.
soldiers. He got a lot of power.
Well, he got
Mm-hmm.
a lot of money. They say he got $50 million, and somebody is helping him, get it out to the people that he needs to get it to. People will find a way. But I thought when you do stuff like this, they freeze your assets.
They freeze the assets it too.
And then they
That
went
man
into
might
his
that man
house.
might got some assets they can't get to. But what y'all think about his
I
daughters
think they
having to
probably
sit
would
in
freeze them if
court?
they let them, like, how they let them go before trial. They would probably freeze them, but that wouldn't do any good because he got so many connections. He can always get money. He got access to money,
Yeah.
He can get
so
money
he.
from
Uh,
anybody. He got friends.
I think that his daughters had no business being up in there. I wouldn't have even invited
Yeah,
my kids if I knew I was a nasty
that's
He
what I'm
probably
pedophile.
did
saying.
invite them. They probably said, oh, "We can handle it. We want to go." You know how kids are.
Mm-hmm.
And then when
And
they really
really,
saw,
Yeah, that's it.
and
they got right on up and left too. They had to see for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
my
Mm-hmm.
thing is
And
this:
that mama too.
how can you have daughters and treat women like that with no problem, no shame?
Because he'd probably
Cause
kill somebody about his
they don't
children.
care.
Got
Unalive, unalive.
unalive. I'm sorry. Beat them up.
Yeah,
That really,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. You know.
do
A
you want
pimp of my
somebody? Do you want somebody doing that to your daughters? These men don't
Do
think
he?
about that.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That makes
I
you
still
wonder.
don't.
Is he thinking with the full? Is his elevator going all the way up and coming all the way back down? You know what
No,
I mean?
because it can't be because he thinks that he has all the powers. He thought that he couldn't be touched. But
He
see,
is immoral.
he
Yeah,
messed
I
with
just
the
don't
wrong
understand.
people. He messed with the wrong people with that liquor stuff. Whoever the people are, they said
But
that
C
owns
Rock,
the lot.
Diageo,
yeah, but a lot of
Diageo.
stuff did pop off after that. That's when all
After
of this did
when
pop
he
off.
messed with those people, those were the wrong somebody to mess with. And that's when he got in here. I'm surprised that he's lasted this long. I honestly didn't think that he would make
Yeah,
it
on
this
the inside,
way.
yeah. Because at one time
Yeah,
they were saying
yeah.
he was on a suicide watch and different things like that, and mm,
Child, they were trying to
somebody must
get
have gave
him
him some
to
hope of thinking that he's going to get out
get
of
up
there,
out of
honey,
there.
because he had given up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
just
I
don't
mean,
understand why Al B. Sure didn't fight harder to get his son from Diddy. Why you let another man take your child
because
like
he
that?
was out
I
there
don't know.
doing his
I
thing, honey, doing his pretty boy era. He didn't give a damn about his son. I don't know why he wanna tell him to come on home now. You ain't been no damn daddy. Sit your ass down.
Well, him and Kim weren't
yeah.
together. Did she just have the baby? You know, sometimes that's just my baby daddy type of thing. I don't know. I don't
But
know, y'all.
they said Diddy made him give over custody of him and Kim. Him and
Oh,
Kim was together and stuff like that. Yeah, they made Al B. Sure sign some papers so that they can Diddy could get full custody of him. That's what I heard now,
Well, when
allegedly,
you really
because
love
it's
your
mighty funny. Because when Kim died, why he didn't just go back to his dad then?
well, when you
Now
really
think
love
about it.
because he was already an adult by then. But when you really love your child, can't nobody make you do nothing like that. Because you think
mhm.
about,
That's what
well,
I. Yeah.
I don't want my kids to grow up and think this. See, it's important to me how my children view me later in life. That's why I watch everything
Mm-hmm.
that I do, watch everything that I say, because I would never want for my kids to come back and say, "Oh, you gave me away," you know.
But you know what?
They-
Oh, he didn't give them away. He takes them along with him, and have the boys acting like him.
no. We're talking about Albie Sure, baby.
Oh,
We're
my
talking about
bad.
Albie
Oh,
Sure
sorry.
giving
Oh,
them
yeah. He
just
probably, and
parents.
then he got so sick too. He probably was because he didn't have the power and the
Mm-hmm.
money like
Y'all
he didn't
remember when
have.
he got sick? Since he been sick, Quincy been grown. I'm talking about when he was a child. I'm
He,
saying,
like she said, if he had already been signed over. It wasn't much he could do.
but why would you do that?
I don't know,
And I
honey.
mean, and he had so much love for Kim, and she talked him into doing it. I mean, the circumstance we don't know because we weren't there. We don't know what the situation was, and then Diddy was already powerful. Then the man life could have been threatened. And he already tried to take him out one time before he so-called tried to
I
take him out
mean,
when he ended up in the hospital that last time.
but
Like that man was hell now.
come on. He's a mere man,
I
just
ain't trying to
like
make no
you.
excuses for nobody, but it could have just been all kind of circumstances as
But
to
he had
why
power. He
that
knew
went
people.
down.
It ain't, he
Yeah,
could
it's
touch you
different
and not touch you.
in
When
ways.
he just and they said it would nothing for him to like hire people to do stuff to other people. It wasn't
Yeah,
nothing
Right.
for him. He's one of those type.
yeah. When you got money like that, that's true. But I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't think he should have had. And I ain't seen the boy that looked like him, Diddy Jr.
I
What's his
saw him.
name?
You got to go. You got to look at some of those research, some of those those trials, those current trials, because you'll see all
Right.
three of them walking, the twins, and you'll see that you'll see his children walking together.
See,
And
Mm-hmm.
you'll
I
see
didn't
how they
seen
look.
the twins. I didn't seen the other daughter, and I didn't seen Justin, and I didn't seen Quincy, but I ain't seen the one that looked just like him.
But King Combs, you ain't seen King Combs.
I ain't seen him.
I seen the
Whose
picture
son
of
is
him.
that? Who is the mom?
That's Dennis.
The
No, who's
Kim,
That's
mom? Who's the
Kim,
mother?
Kim,
Kim.
Kim is the mom.
It's one of Kim. Okay. I
Is
don't know.
yeah.
You don't. Okay. Because I
I ain't,
mainly focus on
I
the
ain't,
twins.
yeah, I ain't
But
seen
isn't
him.
there an aunt that really is more heavily involved with all of them? Is he possibly just with the aunt?
I don't know, but I ain't seen him. I done seen all the other ones except for that little baby, the
I
little
think the
baby
girls
and
just more
King.
used to him. Weren't they first? Because I think the other ones would probably be up under that aunt. more probably, and don't are not as close to him.
I mean, all the kids are close to him, but I mean the boy King, he's a man too. He had a little song a few years back, but he was really close to his dad. I think he's turning his back on him.
He probably just don't want to be like him. He probably love him and want to be close to him, but he don't want to be like him. He don't want to be.
I
He probably
think
don't like,
that learning
what
all
his
this
dad
stuff,
does.
I think learning all this stuff, this filthy stuff his daddy done did, I think he said, I don't want to be associated with you. Hell no.
And then some of children see a lot and know a lot, and they probably have had their own suspicions also. I'm sure
Right.
they hear things, and so
Especially hearing the rumors that Diddy took out Kim. That's been
yeah,
said a
that's
long
rough.
time. You think they ain't heard it? That yeah, they gotta suck.
They don't
Like
want to believe it though, yeah, because they probably
right,
wouldn't have nothing to do with him.
right. So it's a lot
I'm not
going
gonna
on with
even
that.
I'm not gonna even say that I want to pray for this here man. I mean he's done some awful things to people. He's ruined too many lives, and he doesn't need to see daylight anymore. That
He
it's
has
just
been
too much.
responsible for people not being here anymore,
Yes,
Hmm.
he has
and
just done a
they
lot of
didn't deserve it, but just because that's what he deemed so.
he has done
It
and
was up
just
to
got away
who do
with
he think
way
he
too
is to
much.
decide who lives and dies. I mean, who stays and who doesn't.
Yeah, he been over here playing God.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hmm.
Well, y'all got
But
anything else on any of the topics that we talked tonight? We've been up here for over
no,
an
it's been that trial has been most of everything that I've been hearing about, and DDG and Haley. What else? Not too
hour.
much more.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Any
Anybody
last
got any
remarks?
current beefs? Any women? It seemed like it was some women going back and forth. Well, Nene had her show, and Tamar was on there calling
Yeah.
somebody the big Cadillac, big back Cadillac lady who was Lonnie, talking about
Oh,
Lonnie.
Yeah.
I've been hearing some of
calling her
that. Yeah,
big bag.
Cadillac.
Calling. I hadn't
Nene is
seen
a
it. I
trip on
said
her show, girl. And then she look over at the camera like she looking at us like, girl, that I enjoy her on her show. I'm not gonna lie.
I need to watch it. Nene, I have
Yeah.
been wanting her to come out and do that, and it's
But she's
about
more
time.
grounded. She's kind of got past. She had the big head and it's terrible. So it's kind of like mellowing out a little bit, blending, you know what I mean, a little bit more. But girl, she be cracking me up, honey. And when Tamar was sitting there talking, she just looked at the camera like, oh, okay. So you mean big cat? No, no, I mean said that wrong. You mean she said big bad Cadillac. She said then she gonna take it back real slick. Oh, I mean I said that wrong. I'm talking about Lonnie, girl.
They
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 was over
better
there.
leave old Lonnie Love alone. Lonnie went to
Yeah.
my
Lonnie ain't got
undergrad.
time for y'all.
Shout out to PVU A&M University. Yes. The good
Girl.
old
That Tamar messy
us good
Hmm.
Panthers.
was messy because she did not have to come on TV and say that.
She
No,
That
she
was
did.
dirty. That was
but
messy.
but that's okay because people will get her crazy ass together too now.
Girl, and what was wrong with her head? What was she doing? Creating a
I
new
haven't
look? What was
I
that?
haven't seen it, so I'm gonna
Girl,
have
you
to
gotta
watch
see
it.
that.
I'm gonna
Oh
have to
my
watch it.
God. She might have lost her mind, girl.
Maybe we can come back up and talk about that. What y'all think about that?
I don't
Yeah.
mind. I don't mind. Just
I
let me
don't
know the
mind.
time so I can set a reminder because I'll forget.
Well,
Hmm.
everybody that's in the chat, thank you for joining us tonight. Make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and we're gonna try to do this every Friday. As long as I ain't got no date, y'all know I do got a man.
Girl,
So
girl talk. Girl
Girl.
chat on Friday.
yeah, we'll do this
When
girl
you at
chat
home
on
chilling with your
Friday.
glass of wine and it's a low key Friday.
Diamond Duchess, come back up.
Yeah.
Follow me, TV. Let them know where they can find you.
I don't have my own content. I mean, I've got a YouTube channel. It's Follow Me Black TV, but I haven't, set up any content. I've been thinking about it,
Uh
but I'm
huh.
so afraid I'm gonna run out of things to even talk about, y'all.
You're not. Just do it, friend. Just do
I
it.
I'm the
know, I
same. I've
know.
been thinking about
Yes.
starting a little channel because I be having a lot of
Hmm.
stuff I could talk about, but I'm like, okay, I can talk about some stuff, but I feel like I don't know. I ain't got enough.
Just get started, y'all, and I will be there. There is stuff happening every week, every
It
day that you
is.
can
It
talk
really
about.
is. It's
You
so
just
many
have to
subjects and
you
topics
you
out
have to
there.
Yeah.
it's trial and error. You talk about the
And it's
different
finding the
subjects.
time too. I won't necessarily say it's just that. It's finding the time after you done been to work to do everything you got to do around your house for your kids, this, that, and the third. Then you trying to find time to fit that in too.
But you
Make
know what?
time.
Like a lot of people do. I'm on my way to work. They come in and pop in and chat with the people a little bit while they're in their car. When they're leaving work, that's a good time because you see all kind of stuff
Yeah.
going on the way home, and you talk about your day. And then you be like, "Well, if I can get time, y'all, after dinner, I'll be back." But you can do little pop-ins like that at lunch and on your way, and just be consistent with it. I know what to do. I just hadn't been like I've been afraid a little bit. So yeah,
What are you
Right.
afraid of? You afraid of
I
making
don't know.
money? You
Being a
afraid of
flop,
having an extra tip?
flopping.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna like me or listen to me.
Let me tell
Right.
you, just get out there and try.
I mean, you gotta try. Right.
Yeah.
You do.
Supporters,
So
they're going the whichever videos make the most, then you just keep on talking about that, and then you make 4 videos
yeah,
every
because
day.
people sometimes just like how you recap stuff. Like they may have
Yeah,
seen the show, but they have different content creators that they just enjoy. And so, girl, now Nene and Tamar, they may just enjoy how that person, goes over the reviews, the information. So it's just about your personality and who you can click with and things like that. And then it doesn't hurt to maybe introduce some of the things that you like to do. If you got a favorite thing, if you feel like you can cook well, you can share a recipe. It's a lot of different stuff you can do.
it is, and
Mhm.
there is enough room. I want you guys to be encouraged. I will come and support you guys' channel.
I
I'm
gotta stay
already
in touch with you, Smart Cookie. So because I want to
yes.
do it.
You know,
I
you can
do.
always email me at smartcookie214@gmail.com. I'm
Okay, let
always
me
here
write
for you
that
guys.
down, girl.
You guys,
I
I
can see
have
me
some
now.
new
21221.
merchandise.
221.
Let's go to my store. I have some new merchandise, and
Oh,
y'all
okay.
let me know. Email me and let me know which shirt, and send me your address, and I will send y'all a shirt. Let's
I
get
am
over
because
here.
you know what? I want to get into some merch too. I need some Follow Me Black merch, baby. You know that's gonna be the lick. Follow Me Black
Let's
TV
go.
merch. Oh yes, I think it just like that got a cute
Mhm.
little thing
Got a
to it.
cute little
So
ring
Smart
to it.
Cookie,
Yes.
yeah,
I
214.
love it. It's.
I
I
think
think
that
it.
would be really cute.
Yeah.
Even mugs, hats. Oh,
Mhm.
girl. So I
It's
gotta link up
so
with
easy.
somebody. Even if I
They're
gotta share
so.
some money with them because I need help. So when you
There's.
need help, you gotta pay, right? You want people to invest if you need them to help you, right? So
Yeah,
I
and
Right.
do want some help. I do.
it's so easy to make it. Like with this drop shipping. Let's go to my channel. I mean, let's go to my store. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Let's
And
go to
what
my
is it?
store.
Yeah.
This is some of my merchandise that I have. Let's
And
go
you just go
to.
to your page and there's a link. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you go if like right here in the YouTube, it should be right up under there. And I've came up with some new merchandise, you guys. So
Oh.
I kept my Cuss People Out Today t-shirts because it was popular. It did good. So I kept that one. I added some celebrity or reality TV shirts. So we got Team Martell, we
Oh
got
wow.
Team Smart Cookie,
I like
we got
that.
Okay.
Team Nene, Team Kenya, Team Quad, Team
Team
Melody,
Squirrel, child.
and Team Phaedra. So
I like
my
hot
shirt,
girl Portia. I know Portia ain't always right there, but Portia just kills me. She is a mess,
I
and she just be
know.
living her life, girl. She just lives her
I
life.
like that. I like that hot girl Portia. I think I'm gonna add hot girl Portia, and it's very easy to
Yeah.
make.
What
And
they
then
who else call her peach juice, child?
what they call her peach juice.
Peach juice.
Yes,
Georgia peaches. Yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah, yeah. And then you guys know I have my Smart Cookie Academy, so I added a notebook.
yeah, I
This is
love
what
Smart Cookie. I love
this is
that. I
Okay.
love your
this is
name.
what it
Mhm.
looked like. The shipping is not the best, but you create whatever you want to create over here, and they will
Okay, see,
send
yeah,
it
that's where I
out.
need my creating thing. I think I could be a good, but I got to get introduced. I have to know where to begin. Maybe I'll be building up more confidence then too. You know what I mean? To
Yeah.
actually get out and talk more. So
So y'all
yeah,
head on over to my Smart Cookie. The link is right there. Smart Cookie
I sure will.
creator at spring.com. Order y'all shirts, get them in. And I
Okay.
will. Y'all know I'm reviewing Real Housewives of Atlanta because Love and Marriage Huntsville. Y'all know that's my baby, but they're off right now, so I'm watching Real
Will they be coming
Housewives.
back, y'all?
Yeah, they're coming
I
back.
don't know. Am I gonna watch it? Is Mel gonna be there? Because I
No,
mean,
Mel has left. She says she's not coming back, but I will be review. I've been reviewing Housewives of Atlanta. So y'all watch that. And I pick little things that I feel is important. Like if you haven't, make sure to watch the video that I put out about why was Shamia's husband not wanting her to be on the show. So that's up there. And I've done a few. So y'all go
Too
through my
much
live
drama. He probably
videos.
like them quiet, being to themselves, and when they want to get out, they get out. Probably too much
Exactly.
unwanted attention. People don't know how to
Exactly.
mind their business, honey.
Right.
But y'all ladies, I want to encourage y'all to put some content out. Like I said, I'm already subscribed to both of you guys. I
Okay.
want you guys to be encouraged, and
Thank you.
I'm gonna be your accountability partner. I want y'all to put some out this week. I want y'all to put some out for next
And you
week.
Yeah.
know what? I could, because I've been at home not working.
Yes.
I
Put
just
you
been
some
sitting here looking crazy, and I could have been running my mouth.
you
Talking
could
to
have
the
been
Hmm.
doing your
YouTube,
mouth,
girl, talking to some people.
working towards getting paid, you know.
Right.
So
What am
Right.
I
you're
thinking,
gonna have
y'all?
these you're gonna have these conversations anyway, so why not, you know? But
Right.
I want you guys to be encouraged this week. Make sure you watch Real Housewives of Atlanta. Find some other shows too that you might like, and just start, giving your reaction,
Yeah,
reviewing
see,
it,
that's my
making it.
thing. Am I going to watch the shows enough? That's one of my problems too. Because
Yeah,
I,
and
at some point, have gotten away from TV like that. You know what I mean? I'd be on
Mhm.
YouTube somewhere.
I know because I had gotten away from Real Housewives of
Same.
Atlanta because they played in their
Hmm.
damn face so much. I was like, I can't look at all this fake shit. But
Right.
hey, with my subscribers, they wanted my opinion. So I came back
Right,
and I started
right.
working on it. And I will be reviewing there's some other own shows that I review, but I will be reviewing Love and Marriage Huntsville once it comes back. Because this is gonna be very interesting not to see Melody and see what these
I
people
would
really.
like to just see how it's going to flow. Is
Yeah,
anybody going to be able, anybody's storyline going to be strong enough?
yeah,
Where they'll have more than a few episodes, because they'll shut them
Hmm.
down, girl. They will
yeah,
shut
and
them
Yeah.
down.
Quick. They
they
And
ain't
then
will
we
getting
don't
them
shut
like,
that
views
we
like
down.
really
that.
don't care
Yeah.
for CK that much. So I don't know how it's going to work out.
And then
I,
OWN has some other interesting shows. They have a show called Somebody's Son,
are
and
they
it's
still
about
doing Family or Fiance?
yep, they're still doing Family or
I love
Fiance.
that one.
So,
Yeah,
and those shows they're pretty healthy. They're not
they
ratchet like
are.
those
But
like
they're
those
real.
shows.
People have, yeah, but they're real circumstances. You know what I mean? So yeah, I
Yes,
agree.
they
Yeah.
are. They're not ratchet like what's that little app y'all where all the
Oh,
girls
the
fight?
Zeus. I
Zeus.
can't do
Dude,
Zeus. No,
I
I
can't
don't
ma'am.
have.
stand
I
it.
never went to
I
Zeus,
can.
y'all.
I don't even have that to be watching all that ratchet stuff. No.
It's just too much. Why are we teaching our young women to
That's
to
what I'm
be
saying.
barbaric and to be fighting each other?
Girl, we grew
And
up like that.
drinking.
I
Now I know
can't.
I had to fight when I was young. I don't know about nobody else, but I had to fight.
Yeah,
I
I
had
had to fight it a
I had
couple of
to.
times too, but not like how they portraying it on TV and you
Yeah,
going out
like
and you
not on
getting
yeah
private
like that,
drunk
but
and
like just
yeah,
dealing
and
with
all
high
that.
school, like middle school and high school. And
Yeah,
don't be a little goofy girl. And people be I done been bullied, honey. Then I had to come out the bully. I had to break
right.
out. Then I went through a
But we had to
growing
fight
up.
because people were attacking us. These girls are going on these shows deliberately to fight
Two
people.
Girl,
fight,
oh, you
two
gonna look,
be
you gonna
seen,
roll your
two be
eyes wrong, you breathe wrong, blah blah blah.
right on that type
We
shit.
used that's
Ready to
childish.
damn pop
We did
off.
that when we were childish. I didn't like how she looked at me. They be ready to
Right.
fight, girl.
And
Mhm.
I have, I'm not saying that I'm perfect in anything, but I've always minded my own business. I ain't never looked at people and just thought I just want to just fight you because I don't like the way you look.
I used
I
to have
Right.
that
Me
because I was
neither.
very like I was somewhat shy, but I started coming out of that. But it was just hard, I guess, because I didn't grow up with brothers and sisters, older brothers and sisters or cousins. So it was just me against the world, baby. And
See,
that's what.
I was raised with love. I was the only sister. And
Yeah.
my mom, my mom was from the country, and my mom
Oh,
just she
see that.
didn't teach me any of that. She didn't do a whole lot of that. She was very went to work, came home, and that was
Right.
it. She didn't do too
My
much.
mom didn't
Mhm.
either, but I was an only child. It depends on the crowd your children hang around, what neighborhood
Right.
they're
That
in,
too. That
who's
too.
there
See,
to
I didn't
protect
I didn't
them.
have a
Yeah.
choice. My mama had me in church about four
Yeah,
days a
see,
week.
yeah. So it was hard because I was you really couldn't do nothing with me, child. I'm just saying you could. And my mama was an older mama, honey, and I was just walking over everybody. Child, I was an awful mom, child. I was, and I be telling my mama to this day she ain't here. I'm so sorry. I do.
Oh,
She's not here, but I'm saying I know I had cut up, baby. Oh,
I'm
child.
sorry to hear that your mom has left this one.
Well, yeah, it is. It's my mom that raised. Well, both my natural mother didn't raise me, but she passed in the in the past couple of years. But she didn't raise me. But my mom that raised me, she was older, so she passed when I was 18 years old. I've got a story, y'all. We need to
Oh,
start picking up. Can we
yes.
do some books,
You
Mhm.
need
girl?
to
Oh,
you need to put that in your channel. You need to tell about that because a lot of women want to hear about that so they can, relate to their children. I'm an older
Mhm.
mom too. I got started at 29. And
oh
y'all know I
yeah.
had my last child at 40.
Oh,
So,
girl. I had my latest.
Right.
My latest. I was in my 30s when I had my son. So I was a
see,
few years ahead of you. Yeah. How
yeah.
old are you
So
Well, I
around
was a young
approximately?
mom, so I had my girls at 20 and 21. So yeah, I was a young mom, but I was ready. I was prepared, and I had a
Yeah,
full
well,
time
you weren't
job,
as
my
young as
own
some.
space.
You were the
yeah, you
youngest
was
son, but now I
already
see
grown
why,
by
y'all.
then.
And
That
this
was
would be something we could talk about another time. But I see now why back in the old days they made them go ahead and get married. When they
it
started
Mm-hmm.
doing
was
it and having kids, well, they
Mm-hmm.
made them go ahead and have a family structure. But my thing is,
Right.
I don't mind. I wouldn't mind doing that as long as somebody's not. It's not abusive. Yeah, y'all need to sit down and be together. You can be running around here. Now we'll help y'all so y'all can we can support y'all going to school or whatever you want to do. But if it's consequences to sleeping around and having children.
that's right.
Right.
But 21 and
These people have to
25,
learn that because now they just had their
Right.
babies, and I got two babies over here now. I'm a
21,
grandmother. You would think these are my children. I mean, I love
21
them
Right.
though.
and
I'm not,
Mhm.
but I'm just saying, yeah, they got to do
yeah,
better.
but
They have to
21
do
Yeah,
and
better.
25 that's the idealistic. That's the perfect
yeah,
age,
that's not bad.
because you get to
Yeah.
grow up with them and you still have a
Yeah.
lot of time left with them.
You got them
Yeah. And
babies
see,
that
like
was
my
out there
girls,
having
they're
babies at
19.
age 13, 14, 15.
Yeah. See, I
Those
couldn't know.
you got
Mm-mm.
a lot of young mamas and they children. They feel like they brothers and sisters, child.
Right.
Yep.
But when you're a teenager, you don't really know yourself. You need to have a life for yourself before
But
you
can't
Yeah.
raise your
nobody
Right.
tell
children.
you that though. Girl, we thought we was
Mm-mm.
grown. You couldn't tell
And
us nothing.
well, I knew I
And you
wasn't
just,
grown enough to have no child. I know I didn't want to share yet.
I'm so happy for you.
I
mm-hmm.
knew I did not want to share. And then being Black American women, it takes a while for these men to get down on and propose to you. And now the young girls, they ain't getting no proposals hardly at all.
Mm-mm.
I don't know what us gonna do, but it would be
Yeah.
nice to help empower the younger women and empower these boys to do the right thing.
Right.
Because they're supposed to be our leaders.
Yeah,
And
you
we're
Right.
supposed to be a support system. I mean, women can lead, don't get it twisted, but I'm saying our structure is failing. We got to
yes,
be
Right.
more supportive,
that part right there, because these mothers are looking at their sons to be their husbands instead of encouraging them to get wives. They so jealous of the women that they
I'm
sons are
not. I
with.
got my son now. I done made him rotten though, Chad. I done
So
what
see,
ruined
I
him.
can
I
go.
done ruined him, but I don't cling to him in that way. I want him to get out and live his life because he is such a homebody.
Mhm.
I be wanting him to go live his life. Get your little girlfriend. I ain't gonna be mad. I am not
Yeah,
mad.
Mhm.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
we should want our sons to be husbands one
Have
day and to
normal,
be
natural
strong
lives and
men.
have their families,
Mhm.
and then we get to have
Mhm.
some grandbabies, hopefully.
Right.
And do it all over again. But yeah. It's a
It's
fear. I think
Yeah.
it's out of fear. Some women
Yeah.
are controlling, but I think it's out of fear too, because they probably looked at that as a security for them, having
Well,
that
you
Mhm.
son
can't
around.
depend
But
on your
you
son to
know,
be your security.
That
You got to
it's a
find some.
yeah,
financial thing because the son is taking care of them and they scared to lose that resource.
yeah,
It's a lot of
yeah. And then
reasons,
sometimes
you
they
know.
do get attached like it's security for me. Well, my son's
Mhm.
here, my son's
Thank
here.
Mhm.
you, Rain. No, get your own damn money. Don't worry about your son money. Get your own
Oh, I
damn
don't want
money.
his money but he living here now.
Mhm.
He can put it
Oh
on
no,
bill.
no, 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 no,
But
no. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about these mothers that want their son's money.
Right.
take care of your family, baby. Now, if I'm really struggling they want to help me out, I'm to the point now where I ain't turned down no help when I know I'm not gonna be an old fool. But I don't want
Right.
my boy to think he got to take care of me and his wife and
Family.
support
Yeah.
his
No.
family. Unless I'm just really decrepit child. And hopefully I have me some money put up and I'd be happy to get them from trying to steal my damn money. My dang on money. I know. Shoot.
Right.
Be out there. My son, don't let him come over here. I don't want them taking care of me. Yeah, take
Mm-hmm.
everything. Girl, it's a mess. You just don't ever know.
Well, y'all, that's all that I got for tonight. We've been up
All
here an
right. I know
hour and
you've been
30
trying to get
minutes.
off of here, girl.
No, no, we
So
fine. But I y'all, my subscribers, people in the chat, people catching the replay, y'all like this. Also subscribe to Follow Me Black TV. Subscribe to
thank
Diamond
you.
Duchess. Let's get them to 100 so they can start going live, and we can all just help each other. Whatever I have, you
Have us
guys,
a nice
I
little
don't mind
round table.
sharing
I
with
think
you
that would
guys.
be nice. Yeah.
I have a
Right.
micro channel. I don't have a macro channel. I just go at the time when I can, and that's the beauty of this.
Yeah.
I will grow when it's time for me to grow. Like these ladies said, it's hard finding time, especially if you are a full-time mother, you're a good mother. But you'll have to you'll be able to set aside some time if it's something that you really. Oh, thank you, Free Reign, for the super sticker, 9.99.
Um,
Free
I
reign.
appreciate you so much. Thank you
Does she
so
have a
much,
channel as
darling.
well?
Free
That's
Reign,
a
you get
nice
a channel
name.
yet?
yeah.
Free
Yeah, I've
reign.
been knowing Free Reign for almost a decade. I met her because I was on another channel. I was in the chat. And that's another thing. You guys have to go in those chats and you have to let your personality show. Join panels like how y'all are tonight. Talk to the
I
people.
do
And
from
that's
time
how I
to
met
time.
that's how I
Mhm.
met Free Reign. She said she doesn't have a channel.
Okay,
But
tell her a
you
nice
know,
name.
Mhm.
I get it, Free Reign. It's not for everybody, but she is such an amazing person. She's a good mother as well. Y'all can follow
Mhm.
her on Instagram. This is her same handle. If she wants followers, I think that she likes to be low key.
Okay.
Everybody's style is different. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
everybody's
how I met
behind the some are
her.
behind the scenes. They just do things in their own way. So yeah.
But yeah, that's exactly how I met her. And we just got to talking. We had some commonality, just never speaking to each other, but typing in the chat of another person's channel.
Mhm.
Mr. Sean Blazington. I don't know if y'all know who he is, but
Oh
he's
my, I
such a
love Sean.
yes. So
Girl,
that's where I
Mm.
I
met
love
Free
how he is
Reign.
talk. He is a mess.
I met Free Reign over on Sean Blazington's chat, and we have been friends ever since. She has supported me throughout my entire journey. She sends me content. She's one of my cookie agents that be sending me the content,
Uh,
Oh,
sending me the tea.
that's sweet.
It is. So
But
you'll
that
meet
darn
me.
Sean Blazington, honey, I got to see about what he talking about Diddy now and Cassie, girl. He will crack you up, y'all.
He
Oh my
will
God.
crack you up. I found Sean when I was at a job I could not stand with a
Hmm.
bunch of people. There was some sticks in the mud, and I would listen to Sean, and y'all, he would make my day at work go by so much
He would give you
faster.
some life, girl. He is a trip.
Hmm But yeah, shout out to Free Reign for the 9.99 super sticker. I am going to take that money, honey, and I'm gonna go to the beauty supply and get me some got to be glue spray for my hair.
I'm a natural, y'all. I'm not against weaves. I would keep my hair short. I think I look funny with hair now because I'm always a short hair person. And then sometimes it'll be platinum white. But I'm thinking about doing like now I'm talking about hair, girl. What is this? A bronze. I'm trying to do something else, girl. I don't know. But then it's getting ready. Go ginger. I was thinking about ginger. I love hair color.
Yes, I did the ginger,
yeah,
and
that sounds
um,
good.
I,
it's really cute on black women. It is very
yeah,
cute
I was thinking
Hmm.
about
on
it. But
all
that
shades
white is
of
so
black women.
captivating, honey. It is on
Yeah.
that chocolate skin. But I think I
Hmm
may try
Yes.
bronze. I
Yeah.
don't. I'm the yeah.
Well, it's the summertime. It's time to definitely lighten it up and go lighter.
Yeah. So I may just keep it. But bronze is still a nice color too. And see, with
Yeah.
my ends
Mhm.
already being light, it's not gonna be dark. It's not gonna be a dark bronze.
Yes.
Or
But yeah,
whatever I said. Yeah,
I
ginger.
want
I
you
mean,
guys to be encouraged. I'm going to be looking to see if y'all have posted some content. I'm going to be looking.
I'm gonna work on it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to you
Yeah,
about it
I'm
if you
gonna
don't
work
mind. If I
on
need a little
the.
input, I'm gonna try to have a little format.
Yeah.
Get up there for a few minutes. It's gonna be short at first. Because you got to get your footing. So yeah, but I'm ready, girl. I need to do
Just
something
do it.
different. Yeah.
Just do it. And you guys, everyone that's catching the replay and that is in the chat, we will be back here next Friday to talk about what happened next week.
All
I'm
right,
Smart
girl.
Cookie.
What's the time, Miss Cookie? What's the time?
We're gonna do this at 10 o'clock. Is that
Okay,
okay for
cool.
you guys?
That's fine with me. I'm a homebody. I'll
That's
probably be
okay
sitting
for
right
you,
here.
Diamond Duchess? Diamond Duchess?
Yes. It
Okay, so
went quiet for a minute. I couldn't hear anything. What you said?
I said it's 10 o'clock next Friday. Okay for you?
Yes, it's good for me.
Okay, well, we will be here next Friday and we're gonna be looking at Diamond Duchess and Follow Me Black TV to
All
see if
right.
they
And I'm
post
gonna
some
follow some of
content
these
this
stories,
week.
some topics, so we can have something to talk about. Okay.
Okay, well, I will see you guys next week. Good night,
All right. Have a wonderful
everyone.
rest of your weekend. Bye, everyone. Be
Bye,
safe.
ladies.
Bye
Bye bye.
bye.